My name is Ronnie Cruz, and this is Path of the Network Marketer.
All right, welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about strategies, and why we're not going to talk about specific strategies. I know that's what you're looking for, and I get it. And I'm going to explain why you're looking for strategies and why it's not a complete picture. Strategies aren't there. Well, there's so much more than just strategies when it comes to achieving the things that you want to achieve. We get fooled we fool ourselves into thinking that strategy is where the answer is at, and we also largely do get fooled into thinking that from the external world as well, because we see this marketing, we see these ads from gurus and teachers and coaches that are offering you new strategies that will create the results that you want. And I get it, right? Like especially in the network marketing space, we're always looking for frickin' new strategies. Yeah, and I really want you to be aware of this pattern, because you can end up falling into a cycle where you're just bouncing from one strategy to another strategy to another strategy and never getting the result. So this starts, and I gotta backtrack here and say that this is exactly where I was early in my career. You know what I mean? I found business so difficult, and I was really spinning my wheels and not getting much results in my life. And so the natural first thing, not in my life, well, yeah, in my life, but also in my business is what we were talking about. The natural place to look to remedy lack of results is strategy, right? Because strategy immediately leads to result. However, I realized after continuing to hit my head against the wall that I was just hurting my head, and I wasn't making any progress moving forward. And it wasn't so much the strategy that was the issue, because again, like I had bounced from one strategy to another, and I'd seen people succeed with those specific strategies that I tried. So like it started to dawn on me, like maybe it's not the strategy, maybe it's me, right? So there's again, as I said at the beginning, there's so much more to success and achievement of your outcome than just the strategy. Yes, it's natural to look at the strategy, because the strategy is what the next step from strategy leads to result. However, before strategy, you have to make sure that you have the proper skill sets, right? Skill set. So make sure you're improving your capacity and your capability with skill sets, because if you don't have the proper skill sets and capabilities, then the strategy is going to be useless. So I was like, okay, yeah, I have to improve my skill sets. I have to improve my skill sets in developing rapport. I have to work on my skill sets in talking to people, and first of all, not being afraid to talk to people, right? I had to work on all these different skill sets. Presenting, how to put on a proper presentation, how to speak on video, how to speak on the platform in front of people. You know what I mean? I had to develop these skills, and so the strategies then started to make more sense and work a little better, and then have better results. So I gradually, by taking a step back in the process and worked on skills, then the strategies that I was implementing started to be more effective, and then therefore the results became more positive. There was another piece, however, that was missing, because without before you get really good at skill sets, you have to have the proper belief systems. Right? You have to have the proper mindset, and that's why everything is built on mindset, because for example, the skill set of developing rapport and having normal conversations with people, there has to be a mindset that underpins that skill set, right? There has to be the mindset of I'm confident, I'm good at having conversations, I'm not shy. You know what I mean? I'm naturally curious. I'm interested in learning more about this individual that I'm speaking with, right? I had to work on on all these mindsets. I'm good enough. Even success mindsets, right? Like, yeah, I fear of failure, fear of looking dumb, fear of being successful, and being whether or not I'm able to handle it. All of that underpins your effectiveness with those skill sets that you're developing, right? Because the mindsets inform the skill sets and inform those activities that you engage in using those skill sets, right? So there's so many pieces that come before strategy that make all of that much more effective. The results is at the top of the pyramid because that's what we're going after. Let's call it a ladder. Underneath the results is the strategy. Strategy definitely leads to results. What has to underpin that strategy is ability and skill sets, right? Your capability, and what underpins that capability, the bottom of the entire pyramid, the bottom rung of the whole ladder, is your belief system, is your mindset, right? And so all of these things, not just strategy, is what's going to lead to the outcomes that you're trying to create in your life and in your business. And if you don't have that, if you don't have any of all of those pieces, you can bounce from strategy to strategy, and you end up getting, buying everybody, every course under the sun, and following every guru that's got a new hot strategy to sell, and still not have any of the results because you didn't pay attention and work on skill sets. And then underneath the skill sets is the mindsets. Really, really important stuff, guys, when it comes to peak performance, when it comes to achievement, success. This is a formula that's incredibly important and is beautifully outlined, as a matter of fact, by in the community that's really helped me kind of make all these concepts and ideas, solidify all these concepts and ideas in the Growth U community, growth-u.com. Anyways, I'll leave a link in the show notes of this episode. This is where I learned a lot of these concepts. I kind of knew of them already, but as I mentioned, once I got into this community, it really started to solidify these concepts into digestible and communicable. I don't know if that's the right word. That sounds like something contagious. Well, I guess, yeah, if it's something that I can communicate and articulate to others, because as a coach, I have to be able to effectively communicate these ideas. And so, the Growth U community really helped me with this one in what they call the belief model, right? Because it's all built on belief, right? Belief, and then skill sets and capabilities. After that is strategy, and then that leads to results. And so, if you want to learn more about the Growth U community, go to ronniecruz.com/resources and click on Grow, and you can actually sign up for a free newsletter. You'll get a piece of email every day. Daily Growth, that's what it's called. Just tips and principles that'll help you on your personal development journey to learn stuff like this, stuff that I'm talking about here in this episode. And there's also programs that you can go through. They're paid programs, of course, but you can go through them. That'll really help you level up your mindset, because again, everything is underpinned by your mindset, right? It really is. Your belief system and your mindset informs everything else in that whole chain of events. So go check it out. Again, it's ronniecruz.com/resources and click on Grow. Learn about the Growth U community. Sign up for the free Growth Daily newsletter. And then if you have any questions about any of the other programs that are out there, just reach out to me. That are available on that platform. Just reach out to me. We're really working to grow that community even more than what it is already, because it's information and it's principles that the world needs, to be honest, especially if you're on a trajectory of building your own business. There's very specific outcomes that you want to create in your life. That's the community to be a part of. So again, ronniecruz.com/resources, click on Grow, and beyond that, now that's going to be it for me for today. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to my message. More from me tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.